For the last 25 years, a small number of pistols didn't just sell well, they changed how handguns are designed, built, and used worldwide. Some reshaped law enforcement standards. Others forced the entire industry to adapt. Today, we're counting down 5 pistols that truly redefined the handgun market. Number 1. Glock 17, Glock 19. When Glock first appeared on the handgun market, it didn't look like most pistols people were familiar with at the time. The design was simple, the shape was blocky, and the frame was made from polymer instead of metal. This immediately made it stand out. Early reactions were mixed. Some people doubted whether a polymer frame could last over time. Others questioned the striker-fired system, which removed the external hammer that many shooters were used to seeing. Despite the skepticism, Glock continued to gain attention. What helped Glock spread so quickly was consistency. The pistols were easy to learn, simple to maintain, and offered the same trigger feel from the first shot to the last. For organizations training large numbers of people, this mattered a lot. As law enforcement agencies began adopting Glock pistols, the rest of the industry paid close attention. Over time, Glock's approach influenced how handguns were designed, marketed, and evaluated. Today, the idea of a polymer-framed, striker-fired pistol feels normal. But that normality exists largely because Glock changed expectations and forced the industry to move in a new direction. Number 2. Sig Sauer P320. The Sig Sauer P320 entered the market with a concept that challenged how pistols were traditionally built. Instead of focusing on the grip frame as the main component, SIG designed the P320 around an internal unit that could be placed into different external parts. This meant that a single internal system could be used with different grip sizes, slide lengths, and calibers. The idea was simple, but the impact was significant. Before this, most pistols were sold as fixed designs. If someone wanted a different size or configuration, they usually needed an entirely different firearm. The P320 showed that adaptability could be built into the design from the start. This approach caught attention across the industry. It changed conversations about flexibility, standardization, and long-term use. Designers began thinking differently about how pistols could evolve without being completely redesigned. The P320 helped push the idea that a handgun could be more than a single static product. It could be a platform. Number 3. Smith & Wesson M&P. When Smith & Wesson introduced the M&P series, striker-fired pistols were already common. Instead of trying to compete only on performance, Smith & Wesson focused heavily on how the pistol felt in the hand. The M&P was designed with ergonomics in mind. The grip angle, texture, and interchangeable backstraps allowed it to fit a wide range of users. This made it appealing to organizations and individuals alike. As more people handled and used the M&P, the importance of comfort and control became harder to ignore. The pistol showed that small design choices could make a big difference in user experience. This shift encouraged other manufacturers to place greater emphasis on grip design and handling. Over time, ergonomics became a major selling point across the handgun market. The M&P didn't just compete in the market, it helped change what people expected from a modern handgun. Number 4. Beretta 92 series. The Beretta 92 series became widely known through its long-term use by military and law enforcement organizations. Because of this, it was seen and handled by people all over the world. Its size, shape, and operating system made it instantly recognizable. For many years, it represented what a full-size service pistol looked like. As new handguns entered the market, they were often compared to the Beretta 92. Its long presence meant that it became a reference point for discussions about performance, durability, and design. Even as newer designs gained popularity, the Beretta 92 continued to influence how service pistols were evaluated. Its role in history made it an important part of the broader story of handgun development. Because the Beretta 92 was used for such a long time, it became familiar even to people who were not deeply interested in firearms. Movies, television, and news coverage helped make its shape and profile widely recognizable. This exposure added to its influence. When people thought about a service pistol, the Beretta 92 was often the image that came to mind. That level of visibility helped define public perception of what a military or duty handgun looked like. As a result, its impact went beyond technical design. It became part of popular culture, reinforcing its place in the history of modern pistols. Number 5. CZ75. The CZ75 did not dominate headlines when it was first introduced, but its design ideas spread steadily over time. Its grip shape and balance made it comfortable to handle, And these qualities stood out to those who used it. As more manufacturers studied successful designs, elements of the CZ75 began appearing in other pistols. This influence was often subtle, but it was consistent. Rather than focusing on appearance, the CZ75 showed how thoughtful design could improve handling and control. Over time, these ideas became more common across the industry. Today, many modern pistols reflect design principles that can be traced back to the CZ75. Even if the connection isn't immediately obvious, its impact proves that influence doesn't always come from popularity. Sometimes it comes from good design that quietly shapes the future. Over time, the CZ75 also gained respect among designers and enthusiasts who paid close attention to handling and balance. Those qualities made it a reference point, even when it wasn't openly credited. Its influence spread quietly through design inspiration rather than mass marketing. Some pistols borrowed ideas directly, while others adopted similar principles without copying the design itself. This kind of influence is harder to notice, but it often lasts longer. The CZ75 shows how thoughtful design choices can shape future generations of pistols without needing widespread attention. These 5 pistols reshaped the handgun industry, but they're only half the story. In next video, we'll cover 5 more pistols that introduced bold ideas, unusual designs, and industry-changing innovations. If you found this breakdown useful, consider subscribing and let us know in the comments which pistol you think had the biggest impact. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.